Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Murfreesboro.com show. We have a very awesome, wonderful episode. I've been looking for this one for weeks, looking forward to this one, I should say, for weeks. I'm John Icari, your host, and today's guest, we have Mr. Rony Stark, who is opening up a new Italian restaurant that everybody is like drooling over, apparently. Now, I guess I say it wrong, the name. Can you say the name for me?
Penne Pazze.
Pazze, okay.
Pazze. So penne is the Italian pasta, is the
shape,
right?
Yeah.
Pazze means craziness because we're crazy good Italian cuisine. We're Penne Pazze, crazy good Italian cuisine, and this is how it's connecting to the name. And also, I'm a little crazy.
You're a little crazy.
and my chef Ricardo is a little crazy.
Okay.
So together we make a crazy good Italian cuisine.
Yeah. Oh, I've read all the reviews, and I've seen it. It was funny because when we announced that you were coming, we posted that. You know, all these people were excited about it, but then all the people that have tried your Nashville store were like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest food ever!" Now I'm so glad we don't have to drive to Nashville. You know, all this. So, but for those that don't know, where is your location in Nashville?
So in Nashville is in West Nashville, in Charlotte Avenue, is 3826 Charlotte Avenue. It's in the L&L Market, which is 100 years market.
Okay.
It's a 100 years building that was basically back in the days in 1940 something. They was doing parachutes for for World War II.
No way.
So it was a shoe factory. Then they basically transformed it to doing parachutes to the war. And he has a cool history around it. He has a very cool characteristic.
Character,
yes. I'm not gonna say it. Sorry.
It's all right.
it's some words in English I'm still biting my teeth.
It's all good.
But it's a very cool location. It's our first one. It's the baby. It's going all. I think the Murfreesboro location, by the way, gonna be better. I mean,
okay,
I know,
all right.
I know that's a big thing, but not gonna be better because it's gonna like quality of food and experience is gonna be the same. We just learn from all of our mistakes from the new one, how to design it operational wise, and we're very excited because our goal, our dream. Is to open 100 Penne Pazze in the U.S. market.
No way.
And
okay,
we
cool.
Want to, because we want to be able to feed people with the Penne Pazze experience in the U.S. market.
Yeah.
100 is a number. If we be able to do more than that, that's cool. We just want to make sure we keep the experience and the quality as it is as the first one. But the second one, I think, is going to be our sort of study case, like our real deal of how we're going to copy and paste it to the future.
I got you.
And that's why we're very, very excited for this location.
Yeah, I remember talking with Scott Graby over there several months ago, and he's like, hey, you can't tell this, but I'm working on something. And then he told me, I was like, oh, I got so excited. But it was, so that's, man, 100. That would be amazing. You know, so good luck on that. That's killer. So, but one thing I loved about, I saw an interview with you when you said, you obviously about the food and everything, but you wanted to create an experience for what you just said. Like, it's more about the experience for your customers and people to experience the food, create memories. I'm like, what a cool thing.
So they always ask, what's like, how are you excited about the second one that's coming in? And compared to the first one was just to make it happen. We were hustling a couple of years to be able to make it happen. The budget from what we planned initially in the first one to the point where we ended was 2.5 times, almost 3 times.
Oh, was it really?
So honestly, we had a goal. We were point A. We knew we need to get to point B. We didn't know exactly how to do it, but I just committed that no matter what. For me, I imagine that I'm a captain on a boat, and I'm in the middle of the very stormy ocean. But I need to bring all my crew safe to the shore, and no matter what, we're gonna do it. So. We did the first point A to point B. We arrived. We survived, which was very, very, very interesting journey. It was amazing. We opened in COVID, the first location. So
I didn't know that.
So we opened 2 days before they started the
Oh,
restrictions
really?
of COVID, and people are always asking, "Oh my God, this is a bad luck," and I'm telling you, you know what? COVID is the best thing ever happened to us.
Really?
Because
Okay.
it gave us. It was the first business. It
Yeah.
was the first Penne Pazze, and I came from. So I always wanted. I was always into culinary, very
Yeah, yeah.
passionate, but I never owned a restaurant before. It was
Yeah.
my first ever big project
Yeah.
to start, and it gave us the first day. We opened March 17th. That was the first day. So
gosh.
we just had 3 years anniversary, and
Yeah.
and the first day, March 17th was $86.
Really?
So, yeah, we sold like 4 or 5 plates. I don't remember, something like that.
Yeah.
And me and my chef, he goes, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Listen, I know what we're going to do here.
Yeah.
I think it's going to, like, once we will get out of this craziness, we didn't know it's going to go so long.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do very well." And that's how we started,
Yeah.
with me, my chef, and another chef Ricardo, and another guy. We started from doing dishes, prep, everything. We were coming
Yeah.
at 9 in the morning, leaving at 12 or 1
Jeez.
a.m. After a couple of weeks, we were exhausted. We were
Oh, I
literally
bet.
exhausted. I bought an air mattress for the dry storage.
Did you?
and we took turn, me and Ricardo. Used
Did
to
you
take
really?
30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. When
Yeah.
it was slow, we started. But honestly, it was challenging and scary because everything, like, in the world
Yeah.
happening. But I was very confident that
Yeah.
we're going to survive, and it gave us the also the excuse to start slow, because, see what happened.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not because we are slow,
Yep,
it's
yep.
because the world is slow.
Yeah.
And I try to use all the signs in the world to take positive, to grow
Yeah.
positive out of it, and it happened.
Yeah.
And it happened, and I can tell you one cool story of how it's even accelerated, I would say, how we put our name out there.
Yeah.
So there is I talked about it one time when they asked me. So there is a podcast called How I Built This with Guy
Yeah.
Raz.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yep.
about this podcast, and he, one of the episodes is talking about Chipotle episode.
Okay. Yeah.
So the owner, the founder of Chipotle, basically his dream was to create a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the money at the time, so he said, I'm going to open a small concept of tacos, just like something that will cost me very low money to start. And he started with, like, I think they started from a food truck or something. So they started, and he had maybe 4 or 5 tacos in the menu. So he kept it limited, and which is our business philosophy too. Like, focus, don't spread. Like, don't go lost. Do whatever you do. Focus on this, but do it the best. Do it amazing.
Yeah.
So he started, and then maybe, I think, a month and a half later or something like that, the reporter from the New York Times, I think. I'm trying to keep the details.
Yeah.
And he came, he tried the food, he posted a long article about it, and from that day, they literally never looked back. That's that's in short the description. And I'm telling you this because we are now in August 2020, deep in the pandemic, and we are and we're still hustling, you know, trying to put our name out there. And it was a Friday, I think. I was the chef. So first 2 years I was doing everything. So I was the chef, and I remember this girl coming out to the restaurant, sitting on the bar in front of me with her mother, and they ordering, and every dish they're ordering, I'm explaining them, like, what it is, and I'm preparing it. Like, they're sitting on my bar, and I'm preparing the food, and they can see everything, and I tell them exactly what it is, and this is my nonna's recipe, and she's taking pictures, and she's enjoying it, and she thinks it's amazing, and she's asking me in the end of the in the end of the meal, do you mind if I post it? I was like, of course. Like,
Of course.
Everyone posting.
It's, absolutely.
And then it was a Monday. Monday we're closed. It's the only day we're closed, even though, by the way, we might open Mondays.
Oh, there you go. All right.
So we're working on it too. And I'm getting maybe, I don't know, like a lot of phone calls. Like it's a Monday. Like, hey guys, are you open? Are you open? And my wife is going, why are you closed on Mondays? Like, she just moved from out of the state to she joined me in here, and she asked me, why are you closed on? I said, like, listen, I really don't know what to tell you. Since we opened until now, we didn't have such amount of calls in like. So all the calls we had today, I don't think we ever got all since we got open. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. It's very weird. And then I'm getting a text message from the girl that was sitting on the bar with her mother. Hi, I just posted my TikTok video. It's reached already 70,000 people like in one day.
Nice, very cool.
And we're talking 3 years ago, just beginning of TikTok. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, very exciting. And then we coming Tuesday. And the restaurant is like, we have people line up the door, and and we're understuffed, and we're working like crazy. At some point, it was 6 p.m. I told the guys, lock the doors. Like we can't do this anymore. Like people were waiting so long and started getting frustrated, and we were very excited, right? Like we were running the show, but we were trying to make it happen. And it's amazing how the world is transitioning from and I told the Chipotle story and this one, because the Chipotle story was a New York Times reporter that came and spread the word out there, and then 30 years later, Penne Pazze is coming, and this girl from TikTok putting this video, and we go viral, and literally 2 years later, people still came because of this TikToks. Like, how did you hear about us? Oh, we saw you on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And so I think it's very, very powerful. And in this opportunity, I also want to thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for coming on.
Talk on the show, and it's I'm happy and excited to be here.
Oh, I know, this is fantastic. I loved it when you said yes. I was like, oh, awesome. He's coming on. Yeah, we were so excited, and all the people at the fountains, they were big fans of yours. Everybody's talking you up. They're like, oh, this is gonna be fantastic. So, but you were talking about cooking in front of that young lady. So, do you have an open kitchen?
So our concept is basically an open kitchen. Okay. So and this was my dream, and I can tell you how it was born. I born to an Israeli dad and Italian mother. Okay. Okay. And I raised in Israel. So every time we used to host our family, our Israeli family, my mother, of course, made like everything handmade. So fresh pasta, fresh gnocchi, fresh lasagna, everything handmade. And our family used to come in and see like all the fresh pastas just like sitting and waiting there. And the gnocchi, which is very beautiful to see. And I remember they going insane. Like, and it's become an annual thing. Like they were waiting until we invite them for like one holiday or like a birthday. Used to most of the time it used to be birthdays, I think, mine and my brother's. And they were like, so, oh my God, it's so beautiful to see. And that's how I literally fell in love with all the process and everything.
Okay. So that was the start of all this.
So that was the start of all this.
Cool.
And then when I grew up, I'm going to make it a little long, but I'm going to I'm going to give you.
I'm digging this. Go for it.
So that's how it started. And then when I was 12 years old, my dad passed away. He died.
Gotcha.
And my mother, both parents were doctors, but when I was younger, they were working a lot. And then my dad died, and I basically most of the time was by myself. When I was, I think 9 years old, I started playing basketball. So when my dad died, I was already like into I had a dream to be a basketball player. Okay. So I was maybe 5 days a week in basketball. So I'm going to school. I'm going to coming from home to school, have an hour or two, then going to basketball. And since I always been home alone and we were snobbish Italian, we don't put food in the microwave. We are. I learned to cook pasta like literally since since I was 7 years old.
Oh, nice.
So I'm 12 years old, and I'm coming home, and now every day I have another friends coming home with me. Hey, can we come to yours and make pasta? So I
that's
literally,
cool.
it's funny because I had this realization while I was talking, like literally recently. I was like, dude, I made a business from, like, I started putting all the sequences of my childhood.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I literally made a business from not wanting to be alone as a kid, because I was alone.
Yeah.
And always, you know, like when you're a kid and you have when you have friends, friends wanting to just come to an empty house, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So, hey, can we go to yours and make pasta? So I started like all the time, like it was my thing. Like people will come to Rony to eat pasta.
There you go.
So literally from 12 years old until I graduated law and business school, I used to bring, and and my technique got better and better, right?
Yeah.
And then I started dreaming about showing the people the process of how you make everything from scratch.
Okay.
And that's basically how Penne Pazze was born.
Nice.
To basically engage the customer with all the process of making the food, of how we make it fresh. So, and then Penne Pazze born. So basically, it's an open Italian kitchen concept.
So they can watch you make the pasta and everything.
So we have a pasta lab, pasta room,
Yeah,
where we produce all the shape of pasta and the gnocchi and the ravioli, and so you can see it.
Getting hungry just thinking about it.
Trust me, I go back to 2020. I gained 20 pounds just from trying all of our menu. And then, so we have a pasta lab where we produce everything, and then you basically have the chefs cooking in front of you, and we are a fast casual open Italian kitchen. That's our definition. We're I would say fancy fast casual, because we are very casual vibe, but our food is chef quality. So it's like a combination of we try to keep it the old traditional Italian cuisine with the ingredients, with the quality. But we put it in a very accessible way. So you order, you take a seat. When your food is ready, you get a text to your phone, and you come and pick it up, and the chef give you the food, and it describes what's in your dish. And so everything is very transparent. Like sort of like me, I'm trying to be very, very what you see is what you get. And that's how we're born.
Dude, that's really cool, man. So, well, I wanted to go back just real quick. I heard you say something. So you started basketball was your thing, right? You love basketball. And did I hear right? You said you graduated from law school? Did I just hear that right?
Yeah. So
what else do you do? Oh my God! So were you going to be an attorney, or what was that?
No.
Where are you going for?
So my dream was to be a basketball player.
Okay.
And then when I realized, I did 2 years as a pro in Israel in Maccabi Haifa.
Dang.
2009, 10, 11.
Holy cow!
I was the youngest player on the roster. I didn't get to play much, but I was there. I made it to the pro.
Hey, you're still there. That's awesome.
It was fun. But then my mother, of course, she's a doctor. So she goes like, you want to go to school? And I honestly, before I went to the pros, after I finished the army, I got accepted to 3 colleges in the States to play full scholarship.
Dang.
1 D1, 2 of them were D2, and then another one, a 4th one in Canada. And then my mother basically told me, stay in Israel, like don't go study, because I said I will go study something. I just want to go for the experience. And she goes like, no, you gotta. So she sort of like convinced me to not go. And then I was like, all right, it's like, but if you stay here, you got to go to school. And then I started a preparation for medical school, of course.
Oh my gosh.
My mother is a doctor, was in Jerusalem, in the Hebrew University of Jerusalem for a month. And after a month, I was very, very close to shoot my head. And I was like, all right, it's not me. I got to do something I like. So I signed up for next year for law and business school in IDC, which is it's maybe now the best place in Israel. Very,
Whoa.
very, very unique.
Nice.
So I did this, and then while schooling, basically, I realized there's no way I'm going to be a lawyer. But since I studied law and business, like two degrees, I was like, all right, I will use the law knowledge to do business.
Okay.
And then I was cooking every day to my friends in school. Like every day, I had this school apartment. I bought like this pasta machine with a little motor, and I did experiment all the time. And back then, I was dating an American girl, and I remember coming from Atlanta, and I used to go back and forth. And one time, they having like a family event, so they asked me, "Do you mind cook?" Because I cooked them a couple times.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna make like everything we like, fresh gnocchi, fresh lasagna, fresh pasta. I made everything."
Yeah.
And then they tasted it, and they goes like, "You joking with me?" And I was like, "What you mean?" It's like, "This is so good." I was like, "Thank you." Like, no, like, but seriously, like, you gotta open something.
Yeah.
And I thought, you mean it? Like, you really think it?
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, like, if you do something, you people go bananas. Like, it will succeed.
Yeah.
And that's maybe the first very serious seed that someone planted in me. Like, and maybe I can do such a thing. And then that's how it's sort of like it's ignited like the spark in me to start like going into this journey.
Yeah.
And as deeper I went into law and business school and didn't enjoy it much.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed doing it, but I knew same time there is no way I'm going to be sitting in an office all day doing this like boring thing. Sorry, lawyers. Sorry, my wife. She's a medical malpractitioner.
Oh, wow.
My wife. I'm going to talk about my wife in a second. And that's basically how it started, like the idea. So I'm talking to you back in 2012. And I graduated 2015, and in 2015 I started to do law internship, because when you graduate law school, and then you have to do 1 year of internship, and then you do the bar exam to become a lawyer. So 1 month into the internship, calling my mother, and I'm going, listen, I'm gonna finish the internship. I'm not gonna be a lawyer. She was like, why? Come on. I was like, listen, it's not for me. I'm gonna make you a proud mother. But I'm just not gonna do it. Let me pursue my dreams. Let me do something I'm passionate about. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna wake up happy in the morning, and I'm gonna make more money. Trust me, I'm gonna enjoy it. So at that point, I was a law intern, but I was starting dreaming about Penne Pazze. And I had a dream to find a mentor that will help me, that will basically guide me through and give me sort of an idea where even to start. Because I realized at this point I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Now, what it's even mean being an entrepreneur. So I found this amazing guy, by the way, and he's still involved in my life.
Oh, nice.
I think he's 65 years old. He's an accountant. He has a master's degree in law, and he's a mentor and coacher, and he's a business consultant for existing businesses and basically helping startups starting. And one of the ladies that was working in the law office told me her brother, which is a famous entrepreneur in Israel. I told her what I'm looking for. It's like, I have someone for you. So she goes, go meet him. So we said, all right, let's meet for 30 minutes and we'll see how it goes. And we met, and we sat there for like almost 4 hours, and we literally fell in love. And he told me, I see the fire you have in your eyes. I want to go to this journey with you. And we did 2 years of we started off writing a vision. What's where we want to be in 10 years from now. And then what's values needs to exist in order to fulfill the vision. So we did a very, very nice route together, which helped me develop myself and my identity. And he gave me basically the tools to start all of this. And one of the goals we had was to fly to Italy to the factory. So we importing our equipment from Italy
way.
alone, also from the first location, also for this location.
Very cool.
So I found this Idalg, which is a big Italian factory that producing all the machinery. So the and you will see when we cook, it's on inductions. So and you have pasta cookers, so you have 4 pasta cookers on each, so it's 2 cooking stations. So on each one you have 4 pasta cookers and then 3 inductions, and so you put the pasta in the water, you meanwhile make the sauce, it's coming alone, and you put it in.
Gotcha.
So I found this company, and I flew there, and I did a couple weeks basically culinary school with them. And then I went to Florence to do a pizzaiolo course, which is a pizza chef course, and that's where I met Ricardo.
It's my favorite.
And Ricardo was my teacher.
Oh, no way. Okay, very cool.
And that's how I met Ricardo. And make long story short, I told him when I'm opening my concept in the States, you should join me. And in the beginning he said no, but then I convinced him, and he came. And all the rest is history.
That's cool. Man, what a story. Holy cow, you've done so much.
I got lost in the middle of it.
Oh, no, that's incredible. My gosh. Like I was joking earlier, we should talk about things you haven't done, because that list is probably smaller. But dang, but you had mentioned earlier as well something about your grandmother's recipes. So do you got a lot of family recipes involved in this? Or?
In the end of the day, me and Ricardo, it was our recipes. So we took our basically the inspiration that he brought from his southern cuisine, and I brought my inspiration from my mama, from my grandma, from my nonna, basically from my northern cuisine, and we created something that it's in between. So we don't use the one-to-one recipe, but we use all the inspiration, like we use all the direction they gave us to.
That's awesome
to create this.
Do you have a what's at your restaurant in Nashville? What's the most popular thing on the menu? What do most people order, or is it kind of a mixture of everything? Really,
I'm going to give you another story. Okay?
Oh, let's hear it. I mean, I'm digging these stories. Let's hear them.
That's a fun story.
All right.
So one day I'm the chef in Penne Pazze, and there is this maybe 60 years old guy walking in, sitting in front of me on the bar with his wife and his probably 30 years old daughter, and he goes, "What's the best?" You know, it's a busy Friday night. A lot of noise in the restaurant, music is loud, and I'm cooking, trying to keep up. And he goes, "What's the best?" And I goes, "You know, I created the menu with Ricardo, with my other chef right there. It's like I'm going to ask you, who is your favorite child?" And with no hesitation, he goes, "My son." You know, and the daughter and his wife dying laughing. And I was like, all right, that was unexpected, but and I told him honestly, like, you know, I feel like every disher is like my child, and I was not expecting this answer, but which was very funny. I love this story. I love to tell it. But I'm telling people, we created a very, very balanced menu. I know it sounds very unpopular answer, but from vegan, vegetarian, meat, and I'm telling people, see one ingredient that appealing to you in the menu, no matter if it's pasta, pizza, take it, we'll do it good. So, and I mean it, and I'm telling this to customers, and we tell them, if you won't like it, come to me, I will make sure you walk out of here happy. I think one time since we opened, someone came to us to switch what they order.
Really?
Which is, I think it's a very successsul rate.
I think one time ever. I think it's pretty good.
One time ever. But honestly, we have we won with a matriciana dish, which is tomato pancetta. Pancetta is Italian bacon, and pancia in Italian means stomach, so it's a bacon from the stomach.
Okay.
So it's tomato pancetta. It's a very simple dish, but we won. I think it's eat this and not that. It's a very famous.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They named us for the best pasta in Tennessee, and they picked the Amatriciana.
No way.
So,
cool.
So it's a very successful
I'll have to
dish.
try that one out.
And then there is It's good. And then we have the Nonna Paola. So my mother's name is Paola.
Okay.
So I wanted to name one because she is my true Italian inspiration cuisine, and I wanted to name one of the dishes after her. So Nonna Paola is so amatriciana. The first one I described, and the second one, Nonna Paola, is two bestsellers pasta. The second one is pesto with sun-dried tomato, confit garlic, which is slow cooked garlic, and we make it very, very good. And then our pinzas are
It's usually my go-to.
We grow our own maderissa on our pinza. We let do fermentation 4 or 5 days, all the dough. So it's different process. It's hard to make. But it's good. Now we actually working on improving the product a little bit with a pinza to make it even. It's already been amazing, but we want to make it amazing.
Yeah.
So,
man, I'm not kidding, man. I'm getting hungry. Like I may have to drive down to Nashville today for lunch. Oh my God.
Our neighbors. So we have our neighbors, Lavtai.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they drove yesterday because
Did
they? And they came. She said every time I have my day off, I'm coming there. And yesterday I saw them, and it's very nice.
That's I know. Especially the fountains right there. Y'all have a great setup with everything. You got goodness gracious with their stuff. You got Love Thai, and they got their sushi, which is really good, by the way. Shout out to them.
Yes.
And then
nothing but cake, the burger place.
Yeah, it's a mixture of everything.
Mixture of everything. And in the future, in the future. They want on the phase 2 or 3. They're doing a lot of retail, and we're thinking maybe to do a cool Mediterranean concept there.
No way.
But we're down
That's
the road.
way down the road.
We're down the road. I don't even think I share it with Scott Graby, the owner of the fountains, which I mentioned it once, and they said we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But this is down the road. We're still a Penne Pazze.
Well, you're already in his good graces, so I don't think that'd be a hard thing to pull off over there with them. Man, that's so cool. So, you have to excuse me. I forgot you mentioned it earlier. So, but what time are you expected or looking to hopefully open at the fountains?
So if you will ask me in the last 4 months when you're going to open, the same answer will be 3 to 4 weeks. And my answer is still 3 to 4 weeks.
I got you.
We're hoping to open no later than May 1st.
Okay.
That's what we really hope.
Okay.
There is all this global chain supply problem, so which holding us off a little bit.
I got you.
But we want to be open as soon as possible. We're very, very excited, and we can't wait.
Are you going to do like a soft opening for the public, and then like a grand opening, or you just going to open the doors on May 1st?
No, 100%. So we're going to do soft opening because when you start, it's basically starting. Like taking a new car, they tell you in the first couple 100 miles you gotta go slow. You cannot go over because you will break the engine.
Yep.
And so we will start a soft opening.
All right, so with your new restaurant opening and everything coming here real soon, are you hiring or are you looking for anybody?
Yeah, we are hiring, and if you are a passionate person, they want to work in a fun atmosphere vibe, please come see me.
Yeah, there you go. Are you looking for cooks, dish servers, hosts?
So no servers because we're self-service.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
But we look for everything.
Okay.
We have a small part of my old team will shift to this place to. Basically for the start, and Ricardo will be here managing, and I'm the beginning. And yes, but we're looking for all the good people we can have. And if you hear this and you want to enjoy the fun, and we're gonna feed you great food. So
that would be yes, that'd be all for it. Can I come over there?
Yes, please do.
I'll go to town on some Italian food. That's awesome. But okay, and then so are you going to be open Mondays or not? I'm sorry, I misheard.
At the beginning, no.
Okay, that's okay.
But we're at the point that we're ready. So the logical behind being closed on Mondays was related to this mattress story that I told you. That we were so exhausted that we needed one day just to take off. But now since it's not just dependent on us, and I'm happy it's not dependent on us since we want to open 100. And if I will need to run 100.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
probably wouldn't happen. So yes, I think towards the end of this year we'll be fully open all the days.
Okay,
and we might extend the weekend for like sort of drinking hours a little bit later. We think Love Thai,
Okay.
by the way, and
Yeah.
and it will spread their word out there, but they're
Yeah.
planning to stay open a little late for
Nice.
drinks and
Okay.
everything, like sort of like bar,
Yeah.
after hour bar. So
Very
we
cool.
might do the same
Yeah.
and keep like so we both gonna be an attraction in
Yeah.
this area.
Well, you got the perfect with you being right next to them in that patio area right there. I mean, y'all got a perfect spot for that. So
And we're gonna do a very cool patio there. So it's
Nice.
I don't know if you know, by the way. I'm sure you do, but you know they're planning to build
like the phase 2, the other side.
no. How do you call it? Like a theater, like across the street from the fountain.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's like
the amphitheater. Yeah, the music.
amphitheater for like 4,000 seats,
Yep.
which I think is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's going to be an amazing
It's going to bring
addition.
a lot of traffic, and
Yeah.
and we'll be there to feed everyone. So.
Yeah, actually, I got lucky enough to just happen to come in on a meeting with the guys from the amphitheater and Scott Graby at the coffee shop over there, and they were nice enough to let me sit in on it. But to hear them talk about it and like they're doing these like date night things and like, hey, come have dinner and enjoy a concert or concert and go enjoy some drinks or something, like it's going to be a great combination.
I have to say that with the short experience I have with Scott Graby, I have to say that they're putting their soul and heart in this foundation.
Oh, yeah.
And they very, very much care about how everything is being, even though in the it's sort of at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But they've put a lot of effort to bring a quality event. If they do the ice skating in the winter, and they do a movie night in the weekends, and so I'm very, very happy to be able to be in this like fountain family.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's coding, and it gives us a lot of confidence for the future.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to mention this because they deserve it.
Oh yeah, they did. I remember when they first started that and meeting with Scott and talking about some of that stuff. I was like, man, he has a fantastic vision for what he
Yes.
wants to accomplish,
Yes.
and he's not stopping.
He's executing. He's
Yeah,
executing.
he's doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's executing, and he's inspiring, and I'm telling it, and I want everyone to know.
Oh yeah,
So
and it's a family thing. His daughter's over there too.
and so it's a family. So
Yeah.
it's a family. All the place run by his family.
Mm-hmm.
With him, he's the head. But then even one of his daughter is doing the IT.
Yeah.
Like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
cameras
Yep.
and music, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful. So they're complementary
Yeah.
and they make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think every Murfreesboro family, which they want to support a local business, this is the place.
Yeah. One thing I love about Scott too with that is, I mean, he could easily, hire somebody to do job A, whatever that is. But I've gone over there so many times, and he's up on a ladder and he's working on the electric stuff, and he's changing bulbs and doing all
So
this.
I saw him at the beginning, and I saw him dressed very nice. And
Yeah.
then one of the days, I thought, like the first side, I was like, all right, he's like the big boss. But as soon we needed to check something underneath, he went on his knees and he crawled out there, and he was like, this is for me. It was inspiring.
I agree.
He's just like, he doesn't care. Like,
Nope.
let's get the job done.
Yeah.
And like I'm dressed up very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately went down, checked it out. Like,
Yep.
I thought it was cool.
Oh, I know. He's like, hey, the trash needs to be taken out. I got it. I mean, he like nothing is,
Leading by example.
perfect. Well said. Yes, that was exactly. So, Scott Graby, we all love you out there. So, but cool. Well, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing your story and talking about the restaurant. This is fantastic. I am so
Thank you
excited.
for having me. It's,
Oh, yeah.
It's been amazing.
I'm not lying when I tell you opening day, if I'm not the first person in there, I'll be very close to being.
No, I will personally text you. So
Oh, well, thank
will
you.
be
Yeah, no, I'm going to bring my family. I'm going to bring everybody out because, I told you my family's from Italy too, and they are very excited. So I was like, this is going to be fantastic.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw it out. I may even do a contest on the website where we'll do something and I'll bring some people and I'll pay for their dinner and that sort of stuff and get them involved. That'd be pretty cool.
And let me tell you something. We have a very, very cool idea.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm going to share it one time ever.
Yeah.
That we're thinking. So you know how the AI, all the Chat GPT thing is starting.
Yep.
So people don't talk about it enough, but it's going to be. This is a revolution.
Yeah.
Like that's basically. This basically going to be a huge revolution, and we just tasting just the beginning of it, and we thought of. Since we're like a cool fast casual concept, we thought we wanted to develop an app which include an AI which is artificial intelligence. Whoever don't know what's AI, and basically so you will scan your code with a QR code, which will lead you to our menu, but also lead you to this Penne Pazze assistant. So you will say what you want, and he will build you the perfect meal.
No way.
So he will suggest you from wine, so we have a big variety of wine. So we have Italian wine.
This is cool.
Like maybe 16 different options, and basically you'll be able to say, hey, I want meat or no meat, or I want vegetarian, I want something more fresh, and the wine I want red or rosé or white with a more citrus flavor, blah blah blah. And he will be able to recommend you, and that's something we started off thinking of doing.
That's cool.
Our part of the DNA of Penne Pazze is bringing technology. Into engage the technology with all the experience to make it very, very cool. So that's something we're working down the road, and I hope we're going to be the first restaurant in Tennessee that's doing it. Maybe, I don't know if they're in the USA, but we want to bring something very, very cool. So we're working on it.
That's really neat. Well, that's cool too, because I mean, going to your restaurant, if people sign into your app or whatever, and they can have all their stuff they've tried and different things.
So they have what they tried, and then they can, you said, I want 1, 2, 3. Last time I had this, and it can also ask you about questions about Italy, and give some trivia questions,
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to try that. That's cool.
We're all the time. We're constantly trying to bring renovation and no renovation.
Innovation.
Innovation.
There you go.
Yes, that's what.
Awesome, man! I'm excited.
Thank you.
That's cool. Awesome. Well, cool. Well, again, I thank you. I know you have to run up. You had the call, and I know you got to run over to the restaurant and everything. So thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And as soon as this goes live, I'll send it to you so we can take a look at it that way. So, but again, for all those watching and listening, we really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in as always, and we'll see you on the next one.